Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos. In this video, we will see the core concepts of marketing. Let us see the key customer markets and let us start with the consumer markets. Consumer markets contain those goods which are being frequently bought and sold. So if you talk about vegetables, if you talk about household goods like detergent powder or FMCG like bathing products and all, so these are all falling under the category of consumer goods. So consumer goods are generally those goods which are being frequently sold and frequently bought. And these consumer markets, they have huge opportunity, especially in those economies which are still growing, which are still developing. And nowadays there are, online markets such as big baskets and grocers and other things which are selling these goods online. So you can go to there or click on those products that you want, add them to your cart, order them, pay online or pay on cash on delivery, and those products will be at your home within hours. Next comes the business markets. Business markets are special markets. So there are companies which are selling business goods and services. They have to market their products or services to well-trained professionals who are not only technically sound, but they have expertise in forecasting the profit out of it. So if you talk about, say, earth movers like this, or you talk about special medical devices like CT scan or MRI machines, so all these machines are not cheap. They come in crores and these are costly machines. So whenever somebody is buying, some hospital is buying or some construction company is buying some heavy equipment, they will understand whether the investment will be bringing profit or not. And in case where these goods are sold, so there you have to deal with professionals who are technically sound, who know what is the technology, who know that how to use them, and they have a good bargaining skills as well. So business marketeers must be able to convince and show that their products or service will be able to bring profit to the buyers. That's why B2B market or business to business marketeers are so much important to an organization. Companies that use products like construction equipments and other equipments, who buy earth movers and all, they have a special need and these are being met by special markets as well. Companies in global marketplace must decide which countries to enter, how to enter, as an exporter, licensor, joint venture partner, contract manufacturer or solo manufacturer, how to adapt product and services feature to each of the country that they are entering in, how to price the products in different countries, how to design the communication for different cultures. They face different requirements for buying and disposing of property, culture, language, legal and political differences. And these differences are so huge and so vast that it becomes difficult for marketeers sometimes to adapt to each of these differences. And there are then currency fluctuations as well. If we talk about renowned brand as Coca-Cola, in order to keep a consistent brand, Coke tastes same in every region. But the size, shape and labeling of the bottles that are changed to match the norms of each of the country. The next in our list is non-profit and governmental markets. Companies selling to non-profit organizations with limited purchasing power such as churches, universities, charitable organizations and government agencies, they need to price carefully. Lower selling price affect the feature and quality the seller can build into the offering. Take for an example, companies manufacturing farm equipments, they have to price the products carefully. So because the market is so small and there are special needs to this market, it becomes again difficult for the marketeers. Now there are lots of challenges to these markets. First challenge is there are lots of formalities that are present in these type of markets. If you talk about government buildings or government contracts, when you get the government contracts, you have to go through several formalities, you have to pass the norms, and then when you finally get the project, you will be paid in years, after an year or 2 years after your project is done. And again, the modes of payments are different and are not flexible in this type of markets. Then comes the core marketing concept. In order to understand the markets better, we have to understand the core concepts of marketing. The needs, the wants, and the demands. Needs are the basic human requirements such as for food, for air, for water, for clothing, and shelter. Humans have also strong needs for recreation, education, and entertainments. These needs, they become wants when they are directed to specific objects that might satisfy the need. A US consumer needs food, but they may want only Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks coffee. A person in Afghanistan needs food, but they may want rice and lamb curry. Wants are shaped by our society. Demands are wants for specific products backed by an ability to pay. Many people want Mercedes, only a few are able to buy one. For example, if you talk about need, my need is for a car. My want might be a red car, but my demand is a fast, luxurious sports car that has color red. So the need starts with a car, the want is with the color, and the demand is with specific brand and specific features. So again, these are needs, these are wants, and these are the demands. Let us concentrate one more time. Types of needs. According to Kotler and Keller, a customer can have five types of needs. First is the stated needs. That means the customer wants an inexpensive car, a cheap car. Second is the real need. The customer wants a car whose operating cost, not the initial price, is low. So the customer may be able to pay the first price or the cost of the car that might be considerable, but he wants that the running cost or the operational cost of the car should be low. Third is the unstated need. The customer expects a good service from the dealer. Fourth is the delight need. The customer would like the dealer to include a GPS or navigation system or a good sound system. Then fifth is the secret need. The customer wants friends and family members to see him or her as a savvy consumer. That means when they are seeing the car, they may appreciate his efforts, or they may appreciate the brand that he or she has bought. Let us see the STP model. Today, segmentation, targeting, and positioning is a familiar strategic approach in modern marketing. It is one of the most commonly applied marketing models in practice. The STP model is useful when creating marketing communication plans, since it helps marketers to prioritize propositions and then develop and deliver personalized and relevant messages to engage with different types of audiences. The STP model consists of three steps that you can take help of and analyze your offering and the way you communicate and its benefit and value to the specific user group. STP stands for step 1, that is segmenting your market, step 2, that is targeting your best customer, and then third, positioning your offering. For example, not everyone likes the same food, restaurant, college, or movie, and there are always different choices even in a family of four. The mother may like a different kind of movie, the father may like a different kind of movie, and then son or daughter, they may like different kind of movie or altogether different food or different college or different restaurant. So choices are different. Therefore, marketeers start by dividing the market into segments. First is segmenting your market. This can be done by demographic segmentation. That means that understanding the personal attributes such as age, the marriage status, gender, ethnicity, education, and occupations. For example, jeans won't be preferred by elderly people, whereas Scooty Pep can't be marketed to young boys. Then comes geographic by country, region, state, and city. You cannot market liquors in liquor banned states. Then comes the psychographic, that means by personality, the values, and the lifestyle of a person. Then by behavior of a person, by how people use the product, how loyal they are, and what are the benefits that they are looking for. Then comes targeting your best customer out of the segmentation of the market that you have done, but the customer base should be enough to get the profit. Third is the positioning of your offering. Positioning involves implementation of strategies and other. For example, Volvo develops its car for buyers to whom safety is a major concern, positioning its vehicle as the safest a consumer can buy. Best example is grooming products, where Gillette is targeted towards men and Venus from the same company is targeted towards women as grooming products. Then comes the offerings and the brands. There are certain characteristics of offerings and the brands. These characteristics are being associative with the consumers. So consumer may feel amiable, they may have memories, they may feel proud, they may have satisfaction with these offerings or the brands. Companies address customers' need by putting forth a value proposition, a set of benefits that will satisfy those needs. A brand is an offering from a known familiar source. A brand name such as McDonald carries many memories and relationships in people's mind that make up its image, like burgers, cleanliness, convenience, and time spent with friends and family. All companies they strive to build a brand image with as many strong, favorable, and unique brand associations as possible. If you talk about Mustang, their cars are associated with masculinity or speed and personality and other things. The buyer chooses the offering he or she perceives to deliver the most value, the sum of the tangible and intangible benefits and the cost to them. Value, a central marketing concept, is primarily a combination of quality, service, and price, also known as customer value triad or triangle. Value perception increases with quality and service but decreases with price. We can think of marketing as a tool to identify, create, communicate, deliver, and constantly monitor the customer value. Satisfaction reflects a person's judgment of a product's perceived performance in relationship to its expectations. If performance falls short of expectation, the customer is disappointed. If it matches the expectation, the customer, on the other hand, is satisfied. If it exceeds them, then the customer is called as delighted. Example Maruti Suzuki, they make cars which are affordable, loaded with feature and come with a great service network across the country and ultimately draws good customer satisfaction. So the QSP model or the QSP ultimately stands for value and satisfaction, where you have quality, you have good service, and the price is lower. Then comes the marketing channels. To reach a target market, the marketers use three kinds of marketing channels. Communication channel deliver and receive messages from target buyers and includes newspapers, magazines, radios, television, mail, and other things, which also includes the internet communication. Beyond these, firms communicate through look of their retail stores and websites and other media. If you talk about Apple stores, all the Apple stores have same look and feel. Even their products, even their website, everything is so neat and clean and comes with a white color that is prime in their products. The marketers use distribution channel to display, sell, or deliver the physical products and services to the buyers or the users. To carry out transportation with potential buyers, the marketers also use service channels that include warehouse, transportation companies, banks, and insurance, other things as well. Other core concepts include supply chain, which means from where to buy, whom to give for contract manufacturing, and how to deliver the product to the end consumer. Market competition teaches the competitors about how and what to do when marketing your product, and finally, the marketing environment, which corresponds to the demographic environment, economic environment, socio-cultural environment, natural environment, technological environment, and political legal environment. We will learn about all of these six environments one by one in the coming sessions. I hope that you have learned something about the core concepts of marketing. Thank you.